He's such a friendly donkey. He has sunglasses on. Hello. He's so friendly, this guy. Well, our fearless leaders, Russia and the United States of America, our LARPing heads of state, got together for a spectacle, pure absurd theater of the absurd in the Eugene Ionesco vein, and did absolutely nothing but giggle and laugh and perform and pose for the cameras and walk down red carpets and all the absurd, bombers flying over and all that nonsense. It's just so disgusting while people are dying. And I just was so annoyed by this one reporter who kept saying, when are you going to stop bombing civilians? To Putin, shouting out, when are you going to stop bombing civilians? It's so ironic. I mean, I'm amazed that more people can't see it, but we're providing materials, weapons, financing, energy to the state of Israel that's bouncing the rubble in Gaza, killing men, women, and children day in and day out. Well, neo-Nazis from the United States go to work for NGOs, set up kill zones around aid, and then murder people. It's just mind-boggling. And nobody kind of sees it, right? Bounce the rubble in Gaza, and then you have a real war where soldiers on both sides are killing each other, and property and cities and villages are being laid waste. It's just disgusting. And people are going to talk about this. It's going to be on the news. It's going to be distorted. Honestly, the bottom line is you're not well informed at all. You're not well informed. You're not learning anything from watching the news. None of it's going to help you at all. So you've got to learn how to educate and inform yourself, because if you're just absorbing what's coming from the mainstream cultural zeitgeist, you don't know anything. But it's okay, you don't know anything. But I just can't stand the theater. It's so grotesque. I don't have my action cam, so I can't film while I go through this path. I need both hands on the handlebars. Next time I'll do it, I'll bring the action cam. But this little path is beautiful, and it's pretty long, and it's comfortable in the summertime when it's 28, 30 degrees. A bridge and a creek runs through it. So I guess what I want to say is that it drives me nuts when these events happen, these major kind of gatherings or meetings of heads of state and all that, and then having to, I can't help it, I just look at at ABC, CBS, Fox, or whatever, and just see the absolute nonsense that the scripts they're reading and how utterly devoid of information it is, and how deceptive the whole damn thing is, and how it makes people see certain things and believe certain things that aren't true. So being diligent about how you absorb information from the zeitgeist is really, really hard work. It's a lot to ask of normal people who don't have a lot of time to do a lot of reading and a lot of studying and learn a lot of background information about geopolitics and cultures around the world and military affairs and whatever. Life is complex. Modern civilization is complex, and it's really hard to keep up with it all. But it's just clear to me that it doesn't matter where you sit in the world or whose side you're on. The game is predicated on war. Civilization has always been like that. Once you get to a certain scale, you have to go out and raid and compete with your rivals. The Vikings didn't want to take risks because they knew how easy it was to die from infections and accidents and broken bones, blood infections, and so on. Raiding was extremely risky, but at a certain point when you're growing, you feel you have to raid. You need more space, you need more wealth, you need more power. If you don't raid, they're going to raid you. It's a multipolar trap. And it's a Thucydides trap. It's just what happens. And so in the modern world, regardless of all the crazy things that we know are going on, and they just published a new report about the climate, which is a 500-page PDF, international study. It's peer-reviewed, it's incredibly detailed, and it's not looking good, but that's just a symptom of civilization, modern techno-industrial, global, financialized civilization. It's just a symptom. We are not well-informed. You are not well-informed. And if you think you are, you're deluded. We listen to things and we think, oh, it sounds about right, and so we kind of go along with it, and then we think we know something when we don't know anything. There was another study, a new one this summer, about the dark Tetrad personality and how conservatives and Trump fans and so on, people like that are more dark Tetrad than not. But we already know that all these politicians are dark Tetrad, or they wouldn't be politicians. This game, this particular structure, way of life, of civilization, is geared towards dark Tetrad leaders, not towards Sophia and Philosophia, wisdom and philosophy. It's not geared towards slow thinking, considerate, compassionate thinking. It's geared towards spectacle and emotionally manipulating people into doing things for you. I posted something about the event between Putin and Trump on Blue Sky, and I got a reply saying, with another funny meme photograph, AI-generated picture, that said, "I missed this one, but I'll see the one in Moscow." And Putin was holding a ventriloquist dummy, which of Trump. I don't know what he's thinking or what his political proclivities are, or if he's like all in with Ukraine killing Russia or all in with whatever. I really don't know. But I quipped, are you going to march into Moscow with the Grande Armée? Le Grande Armée, Napoleon's debacle. Because during this meeting and before the meeting and after the meeting, Trump said, I don't know, it's up to them. So it's like, I wash my hands of it. It's up to the Europeans and the Ukrainians and the Russians to figure it out. Well, they ginned it up and started it. You have to read Provoke to understand the long story of how this war uh, was made manifest. It didn't just happen when Russian troops crossed the Ukrainian border. Anyway, again, I'm asking people to read. People don't want to read, so we're not well informed. But anyway, uh, he washed his hands of it already. You have to understand, a proxy war is a proxy war. America's not supposed to fight the wars that it starts anymore. It's not a matter of winning or losing. It's a matter of keeping all of its vassal states busy doing its business so that its grand strategy of maintaining global empire and hegemony can succeed. That's the whole game. And if Japan has to fight it, and the South Koreans have to fight the war, and the Filipinos, and so on, then they're going to fight. We're not going to. Americans aren't going to go land on the beaches of Taiwan or China. Those days are over. It's going to be these hypersonic missiles with kinetic munitions that are almost as bad as a nuclear weapon without the radiation side effects or effects. It's going to be total madness, and this is on all fronts in the Middle East, in Iran, and so on. And it's not going to end. It's not supposed to end. There can be only one winner. So at the end of the day, if Russia has dead hand, which means that we're going to push the button and nuke the world if we're losing, because the world, there's no reason to have a world without Russia in it. It's the same on the Western side. If we can't control everything, then blow it all up. So we keep pushing and pushing and pushing until inevitably something like that happens, which is really kind of scary, actually. So this theater goes in one direction, and that's towards disaster. At the moment, maybe you don't feel it where you are because you're not fighting in a real war in Ukraine. You're not a soldier over there, and you're not a child starving to death in Gaza. But these people goof around and mug for the camera and play their games while normal people get crushed, and it's just not right. And then at the end of the day, we, the uninformed masses, are so pacified, so domesticated, so mesmerized by the spectacle, so addicted to all our little addictions, that we're powerless to do anything about it. And asking people to be well informed and to develop critical thinking skills, it's almost an insult, or like violence, like a kid at school saying, he asked me to think clearly, he's abusing me, it's violence, or something like that. It's Orwellian on one hand because of the doublespeak, and it's also Huxleyan on another hand because of all the crazy soma that we're all so distracted by and addicted to. So that's the madness of the thing. So I'll stop right now and continue riding my bike. Talk to you soon. I started riding rather late, so I feel hungry now, and gonna have a little sandwich, just some cheese and pauzinho, queijo. Yeah, it's tasty, and I'll get something else at home or on my way home. I wanted to say one more thing. Yesterday was the Assumption of Mary, Catholic holiday. So all Catholics believe this, everywhere and always. Nobody knows exactly when it started, or there's nothing in the scripture about it, but God took Mary, body and soul, up to heaven, wherever you go, to be, in paradise with the Lord and all that. When she, at some point, he just took her up, because she can't ascend into heaven. That implies intention, I guess, which Jesus can do because he's God too, or something like that. It's difficult to figure it all out. But anyway, it's a big Catholic holiday, so this weekend is quite quiet, and a lot of places are closed. Um, it's a family holiday, almost like Easter. It's a feast day, kind of. People stay home on Friday and have big dinners with their families. So it's quite nice. And yeah, so today's really quiet riding around, so I'm really enjoying it. I'll eat my sandwich.